No one has proven to me that it's man-made at all. All I see is big hysteria.
Temperature has been much colder with higher degrees of CO2 in the atmosphere.
How much warming will you get if you add CO2 to the atmosphere?
And sorry, you're a climate scientist?
So I spent several years writing about climate change science. It was fascinating getting feedback from people who describe themselves as climate skeptics. There were a lot of accusations of bias because we wouldn't include climate skeptic voices in stories about science. What I found fascinating about it, though, was that it's almost always possible to find some sort of area of common ground where people can happily agree to disagree. Our job as journalists isn't to sort of campaign and force a message down people's throats. It's to cover the world as it is and be balanced, fair and accurate in our reporting, and obviously we always tried to do that. The main gripes that people had with our reporting was that we wouldn't include voices from people who describe themselves as climate skeptics and didn't believe that human beings had anything to do with the rising temperatures, or didn't in fact believe that temperatures were rising. So there's just people who fundamentally disagree with the premise of the reporting. We decided a few years ago to no longer run letters by people who just flat out dispute the science of climate change. People who argue that the world's getting colder, or that climate change scientists are all sort of contributing to a global plot to bring about a socialist state.
A world government was going to be created. It was going to be given overarching powers to control the
I think at the end of the day, the view was reached that whilst we encourage debate, that sort of thing was a waste of everybody's time. At the same time, the Herald recognises that there's a whole range of views on this, and we want to encourage a respectful, interesting discussion about it. The comment pages are a good place to have arguments, particularly about what policies should be employed to address climate change. In terms of the news stories that we run, there's not really much space for climate skeptics there because we like to stick to the facts. People are entitled to their own opinion, but they're not entitled to their own facts.